So pray to Jerusalem. You,
King David.
yeah, besides that though, you got King David talking about worshiping towards the holy temple, and it hadn't even been built yet. But it's the whole point of King Solomon done gave the decree in the prayer to God for you to do it, and you so stubborn and reckless because it ain't in the law. We ain't got to pray towards Jerusalem. That's how you're not getting in here. That's how I know you're going in.
wasn't even in what's the name? In exile. That was they don't even meant to forget.
Yeah, they saw they wasn't even in exile. They were
in exile. He was ruling.
They were chilling.
And
But
they said, if I forget.
But it's the fact, that show you how wicked niggas is, that they want to find out why you just don't want to do what the man told you to do. The man said, if you in captivity, pray towards your land and pray towards this house what I made for my name, and I'll hear from heaven. That's all I'm telling you to do. I ain't telling you to do nothing else. And them niggas don't, we said in the law you got to do it. It's right there, nigga. Ain't that law? Ain't that the scriptures, nigga? He just told you what to do. Do it. Look at Psalm 147 though. Because I know he didn't put that in my mind for no reason. Psalm 147 and about verse 11. Psalm 147 and verse 11. And he says, Yah take pleasure in them that fear him, and those that hope for his mercy, in his mercy. Praise Yah, O Jerusalem. Praise thy God, O Zion. For he hath strengthened the bars of thy gates. He hath blessed thy children within thee. He made peace in thy borders, and filled thee with the finest of wheat. He sent forth his commandment upon earth. His words run very swiftly. You know what I'm talking about? He done blessed his peace in that house. It's peace in that house. And the children are blessed in it. Those that hope in God, mercy, and fear him. Because this is where we want to be. Let's get to Revelation 21 so we can call this day, man. Mess around and we be going all day. It's 6 o'clock. So this is 6:30.
6:20.
That's all the same.
No, 10 minutes. You're allowed 10 minutes.
Yeah, so you say. Verse 3.
Where we at, Revelation 10?
Yeah, Revelation 21 and about verse 3. And it says, And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God. And you know where that's coming from? Ezekiel 37:20. This will show you where it's coming from. Man sat there and told you that God gonna come dwell with people. Ezekiel 37:20. No, not 20, but 27. Ezekiel 37 and 27. You looking for your baby? You wasn't looking for that baby. They say, My tabernacle also shall be with them. Matter of fact, back it up to 25. Make it 24. He's saying, David, my servant, shall be king over them. And they also shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children's children forever, and my servant David shall be their prince forever. So now you're talking about we've been delivered, we dwelling back in our tents, we back at the house. He said, Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them, it shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and I will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. So now he said he's going to set his sanctuary. So he's sitting there telling you, I'm going to set Yahshua in the midst of them forever. My tabernacle also shall be with them. Yea, I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Ain't this the same thing John just told us? Say, I'm going to set my house amongst them, and I'm going to be with them. And the heathen shall know that I, Yah, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. Man say, I'm going to dwell in the midst of my people. And because we already read that all the nations going to bring their glory and honor unto it. All these people going to know Yah set apart Israel. Because remember, he say, sanctify my wife. Let the bridegroom go out of his closet, out of his chamber, and let the bride come in her closet. They going to know. Go back to Revelation 21. We in verse 4. Revelation 21 and 4. And it says, And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are faithful and true, or true and faithful. So this man said he's going to make everything a new heaven, a new earth, a new Jerusalem. You know what I'm talking about? A new people with spiritually glorified bodies, sanctified in righteousness, dwelling with eternal life. Ain't nothing going to be the same. Drop down to verse 10. Oh, look at verse 6 actually. And he said unto me, it is done. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, and I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. You know what I'm talking about? This is why we wanted to come in to be a part of that seed, to get in that in gathering, to be brought in the house. Because you're seeing a lot of benefits of making it in, don't you? There's a lot of stuff we can get if we just do what we got to do and don't let that evil heart of unbelief creep on in now. But verse 10. He said, he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God. He done told you again it's coming out of heaven. Having the glory of God. And her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and the gates 12 angels, and the names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Now you always hear people talking about the pearly gates, don't you? Now you see what these gates here they're talking about. He's saying on the east, 3 gates. On the north, 3 gates. On the south, 3 gates. On the west, 3 gates. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations in the name of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city, and the gates thereof, and the wall thereof. I just read that just for your own time. Leanna, you can write it down for your note. It's in Ezekiel 40. You look at Ezekiel 40, and like 41 and 42, and you'll see them begin where the angel came down and was measuring the city. You know what I'm talking about? We don't have time to look at that right now, because that's a lot of information enough. Huh?
I think we covered that a couple weeks ago.
I don't remember. We might have had. But look at verse 21 though. I just want you to see that though. And it says, and the 12 gates were 12 pearls, and every several gate was of 1 pearl, and the street of the city was of pure gold, as it were transparent glass. I just want you to see where they get them pearly gates from. But you see the gates are the 12 after the 12 tribes of Israel. Ezekiel 48 and 31.
They don't tell you that.
No, they don't tell you that one. They also don't tell you that Ezekiel had these same gates, saw these same gates that John saw. Because a lot of the stuff that John saw and a lot of the stuff that John spoke, we had already been told it. It's just like they say dispensation. Same information given this at a different age at a different time for different people. Because you know, like Deuteronomy means the re-rehearsal, the rereading of the law. Israel's some stubborn people. I got to tell y'all the same thing a few times. I got to tell you the same thing a few times because you niggas just don't get it.
Oh, yeah, the Ezekiel.
Ezekiel 48 and 31. Listen what it says. And the gates of the city shall be after the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. Is this not saying the same thing? But hold on now. 3 gates northward. 1 gate of Reuben, 1 gate of Judah, 1 gate of Levi. And at the east 4,500. 3 gates. And on 1 gate Joseph, and 1 gate Benjamin, and 1 gate Dan. So guess what that's telling you? The tribe of Dan getting in. How they ain't getting in and they got a gate? You know what I'm talking about? Now you don't see Manasseh in here. But that don't mean Manasseh ain't getting in, because Manasseh counted for having 12,000 men out of 144,000 chosen. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm saying in Revelations it don't say Dan.
Yeah, but we can sit here and see right there, even though, but it don't say what tribes it is on the gates of Revelation though. But we see Dan got a gate. So what can we ascertain from that? Dan getting in. You got a lot of people, the tribe of Dan ain't getting in. Nigga, they got a gate, cuz. And we know God's word stand, right? So they getting in. He's saying at the south side of 4,500 measures and 3 gates, 1 gate of Simeon, 1 gate of Issachar, 1 gate of Zebulun. And at the west side, 4,500 with their 3 gates, 1 gate of Gad, 1 gate of Gasher, 1 gate of Naphtali. And it was round about 18,000 measures. And the name of that city from that day shall be Yahazdel. Because we know right then, he said he's going to come down to dwell with us. And we already done read with Revelation 21, when he go to mentioning them gates, God done came down to dwell. You know what I'm talking about? But you notice that I remember the first time, and Smith is the only man that I've ever seen speak about these 12 gates. I remember when Fat Boy came and showed me that video, I'm like, bro, I already knew that. Lord showed me that a good long time ago. Because, you know, it'd be one of them instances I would read Revelation 21, and I was like, hold on, this sounds familiar. And he was like, Ezekiel 48. You know what I'm saying? That's what popped in my mind. And when I was like, oh, man, how do these niggas not know this? You know what I'm talking about? Like, straight up. How do these niggas not know that this is in the scriptures? This just ain't in the New Testament. This in the and these stupid niggas think these white folks wrote that? You think they would really write that? Who gonna sit down and write that step for step like that and really be like, yeah, I know that's in there? And half of you niggas don't even know it's there. You know what I'm talking about? But that's how stupid people is. Look at Colossians 1. So we call this a day. So we need to thank our God for this very same matter. Colossians 1 and 10. Colossians 1 and 10. He said that you might walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing, being fruitful in the every good work, and increasing in the knowledge of God, strengthened with all might according to his glorious power, unto all patience and long suffering with joyfulness, giving thanks unto the Father, which hath made us meet to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints in light. And we didn't read it, but in Ezekiel 46, he said the prince will give his inheritance to his son. I think we dealt with that a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm talking about? So we got to give thanks to God that he's allowed us to be able to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints, which mean holy ones, set apart ones, to be able to walk in the light of his Son, who have delivered us from the power of darkness and have translated us into the kingdom of his dear Son, in whom we have redemption through his blood, even the forgiveness of sins. Drop to the second chapter, in about the 16th verse, and we'll end it with that, of this very same epistle. He said, let no man therefore judge you in meat, or in drink, or in respect of a holy day, or of the new moon, or of the Sabbath, which are a shadow of the things to come, but the body is of the Messiah. Hallelujah for Yahshua for his word, and blessings for the Father for this double Sabbath and the Feast of Tabernacles. But you see how he mentioned all these things? Like we touched on the tad, like the Sabbath day is a symbol of his rest. You know what I'm talking about? Resting from your works, resting from your labor to dwell in the land. You know what I'm talking about? No enemies, no war, no death, no nothing. You know what I'm talking about? We'd already dealt with all the feast days of dealing with things that the master came to do. Then he's just dealing with the new moon. The new moon is the beginning of the month. And he already told you, I'll make all things new. I'll make all things new. And what was the last one now? Oh, and meat and drink. We ain't even worry about no meat and drink. Well, you can take the meat and drink dealing with the bread and the wine. You know what I'm talking about? But that's a whole nother thing. But let me just do this here real fast.